Hey guys, this is Gloria. So I am back to share with you guys how I created the eyelashes as well as the unicorn horn on this little project that I completed and shared with you guys about a month ago. This is a little unicorn heart, and this is what it looks like on the back. And I thought it came out super cute, and I know that you guys were asking how I made these items here. So I wanted to just kind of walk you through what I used and how I used them in order to come up with this little unicorn face. So first things first, I will start with the eyelashes. And I bet you guys are looking at them wondering, what the heck, what kind of dye does she actually use to create that? And you know, guys, I love dyes. I love working with them, with fabric as well as paper. And I love being able to use them in different ways. And so in this case, I wanted an eyelash dye. I didn't have one. And I wanted to be able to cut out felt with it. So I looked through my stash and I found this die set right here. Now this die set came with some clouds and some raindrops, and it also came with this sun. And if you look kind of closely at that sun, you can see that if you look at it differently, it kind of does resemble eyelashes. So I was like, well, I have them. Let me see if I could work with that. So what I did was I cut this out using felt, but in today's tutorial, I'm going to cut it out using paper because it's a little bit easier to see the lines, the stitching lines and different things. You don't need stitching lines on there, but it's just easier to see. So once I got that shape cut out, what I did was I took my scissors and I just trimmed this right in half. Okay, and so that is what I came up with. And so they're already kind of looking like eyelashes, but you know, you want to jazz them up just a little bit. So what I did was, there are stitching lines on this die, which makes it really easy to work with. So what I did was I just ran my scissors around the inside of the die just like this, and it doesn't have to be perfect, which is the great thing about crafting and making handmade items, is that it does not have to be perfect. And so then there's one of my eyelashes taking shape. So the next thing that I did, because these eyelashes are kind of jaggedy, I guess, not jaggedy, but different lengths, what I did was I just went around and I kind of trimmed them up just a little bit, just to kind of make them the same length approximately. And so then you have that. And so I figured for my project they were a little, you know, still a little kind of wide. And so all I did was I went in and I clipped off the two at the ends, and I came up with that. And so this is pretty much the way that I created these eyelashes. You can always fuss with it, cut this down a little bit more if you wanted to, make it a little bit more even. And then you just do your other side just like that, and then you'll put that on your project. So that is how I created the eyelashes on my little unicorn heart right here. I just used a sun dye or sunburst dye. So then in order to create the horn, I pulled out my trusty nesting circles die set. And like I said before, if you guys don't have this die set, you need this in your life because you can do so much with this. So I pulled out that, and I determined how big I wanted my horn to be. And I came up with this one right here. And it just is just going to depend on the size of the horn that you're trying to make for your project. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut out your circle in paper or in felt or material, and you're going to cut the end off of the circle. And honestly, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just cutting a semi-straight edge because I don't cut very straight, but I just cut the bottom off of the circle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this paper until it becomes the cone shape that I'm looking for. As you can see, that's what it would look like. It's kind of like making a birthday hat. Very similar to that. I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue on there to hold that shut. And you would do the same exact thing that I'm doing now, even if you were using felt. So that is about it. And then it becomes this little cone shape, just like the cone shape that I have here. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see that or not, but the cone has an actual way that it should sit. Right now it's sitting upward, and now it's sitting down. You want your seam that you just made to be pointed up so that your horn is pointed up as well. And then all you're going to do is you're going to take some type of gold cording like I did here. This came from Hobby Lobby. This is actually elastic, gold elastic from Hobby Lobby. And I just hot glued it here and twisted it around. If you're using felt, you're going to want to stuff some stuffing or some cotton balls inside of it so that it'll retain its shape. If you're using paper, it's going to retain its shape. It's not going to really buckle, but you can still stuff it if you want, especially if you're going to mail it, because then you don't want the horn to get creased where you don't want it to be creased. But you could also use any type of thread. Like I have this thread that I picked up from, where did I get this? I think I got this from Joann. And you can take that and wrap it around there if you want. You can take, if you're using paper, or if you're using felt, you can take glitter glue and put it around there, however you desire. But that is how you're going to make your little horn. And then all I would do is put hot glue around the perimeter here and just stick it down onto your project. And then you're going to use pretty flowers and stuff to kind of go around the horn to make it prettier, and also to hide the bottom of your little horn where you had to glue it down. So that is pretty much what I did here, and that is what it looks like. So that is about it, guys. Again, if you guys have any questions or comments regarding anything, any video that I have, you can just leave it down below, and I'll try to get back with you as soon as I possibly can. Also, guys, if you haven't already done so, click the subscribe button and also click the bell. The bell notifies you of when I upload a new video, and that way you won't miss a future video. So that is about it, guys. Again, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I'll get back with you as soon as I possibly can. Take care, guys. Bye.